So I just thought I'd show you round my sheep because you've probably not seen them for a bit, and I don't really show what I do every day because I come and check them twice a day. I always check them in the morning just after I've had my breakfast whilst William's milking, so it'll be about 6:30, and then the second time I check them is now when it's coming up to 5. William started milking, and so I just get to come and check them. So I check them twice a day. I'm only next at farm, you can see it in background, and I can see across whenever I'm working and checking on them, and if anything goes wrong I can see. Touch wood, it hasn't so far. But yeah, they're growing and everything, and there's a water trough in this field that I always come and check. Well, it's in the wall over there, but they've got enough grass so far. The rain that we've been having, like when I was making my bench, has made this grass grow like colossal. It was still yellow underneath. Like, you can still see strips where it's still a bit yellow. Of course, when it rained, it just greened it up, just spurred it on, made it grow. So it's making it lovely for the sheep and lambs to thrive on. So there's the lamb that we wormed on in one of my videos, that we wormed behind bales, and that's dried up a hell of a lot. But just look at the view from this corner, you take it for granted. It would look better if the mist weren't there. That's rain now, so it'll probably be coming this way. Here's a gap that I did last year. If I put a picture in of it before, it's still up, so we must have done something right. So water's full, and the reason for the water bucket is because just that the ground's a bit low and lambs can't get in, so they can drink out of that instead of trying to break the neck and inch off. So here's one of my Kerry sheep and 2 lambs. And there's another gap that I did last year. Well, Ruby did that. So sheep are in really good condition as well. So just thought I'd bring you on a little walk with me whilst I show you what I do. So I hope you've enjoyed that bit of a wander. But I always do prefer my sheep. People always say they look too fat. They're too fat, they're too big and everything, big texels. Fact is that I like them that way. I'd rather have them looking good than having too many sheep and then not enough grass and them all looking poor and weak. So that's just how I am out, so I hope you've enjoyed it. On to the next job. William's just gone AI in the cow, so I'm just milking a few on my own, so we'll get this job sussed. Hello. finishing now because near end of milking, and there's one in with cows and calves that's calved about a week, maybe less, that's wants putting in here because she's got a full bag of milk, and the calves aren't sucking her because there's other cows that they prefer to suckle. So I'll show you now. So this is her. She's got a full bag of milk and there's other cows to suckle, but we're having her out. So this morning at 5 o'clock, when I walked around these dry cows, there was an heifer that's calved. So William's just gone, getting her back now, that's where he's going. And so it's an heifer that's calved. And what you'll see is a load of cows come with her. I always know there'll be one or two, as well as the heifer, hopefully, fingers crossed, the heifer comes, because also, when an heifer calves, sometimes they calve and they're like, oh my god, what's this? And they don't want to follow, they don't really want to mother it, or they don't really want to come out of the field. So we end up having to bring her around bit yard separately. But hopefully she follows. You'll see the others come as well, which are mismothering it. They think it's theirs when it isn't. So yeah, we'll see what happens when William comes back. Got some funny looking cows in here. Well, that's the top, and they're two male wethers, castrated males, which are in here to keep him company, because if they weren't in here he'd have no one except cows, but he might not like it as much. So now she's wandering up. So here's the one that we've just put in an calf here. So what we've done is we've put one in that's calved and then taken one out, so it's like a one in, one out. Okay, so there's enough milk in there for all them calves that are in there to suckle all the cows. So we don't want too much, that's why we've got one out. So yeah, we'll go and scrape out now. My high-tech locking system. So there we go, another job done. These are the dry cows that are in here, because they come in off the field and just come in for an hour and just eat this bale. And then the milk cows can come in and have it. So yeah, I'm going to leave video there. Hope you've enjoyed it. Something else a bit different, just normal routine jobs. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.